Well, it's the time Anne had set for getting home. And now, good night. The end of a perfect evening. But how do you say good night? Perhaps...
Don't leave!
What is it? Well, so long.
Just like that. After all, a girl likes to know you've had a good time.
Being a communist, physical appearance counts for nothing. If he openly declares himself to be a communist, we take his word for it. If a person consistently reads and advocates the views expressed in a communist publication, he may be a communist. If a person supports organizations which reflect communist teachings, or organizations labeled communist by the Department of Justice, she may be a communist. If a person defends the activities of communist nations while consistently attacking the domestic and foreign policy of the United States, she may be a communist. If a person does all these things over a period of time, he must be a communist. But there are other communists who don't show their real faces, who work more silently.
Dum-dum, beetle-dum-dum, beetle-dum-dum, beetle-dum-dum. There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and Bert the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He ducked and covered, ducked and covered.
We hope it never comes, but we must get ready. It looks something like this. There is a bright flash, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen. If you are not ready and did not know what to do, it could hurt you in different ways. It could knock you down hard, or throw you against a tree or a wall. It is such a big explosion, it can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town. But if you duck and cover like Bert, you will be much safer.
Asian influenza spreads rapidly. It can strike you and your entire family at the same time. But it doesn't have to happen if you and your family are vaccinated against Asian influenza. Get this protection in time. See your doctor or health department now.
Jimmy hadn't enjoyed himself so much in a long time. Then during lunch, Ralph showed him some pornographic pictures. Jimmy knew he shouldn't be interested, but, well, he was curious. What Jimmy didn't know was that Ralph was sick, a sickness that was not visible like smallpox, but no less dangerous and contagious, a sickness of the mind. You see, Ralph was a homosexual.
Ollie, what's with the Ranger's hat? I'm assisting Smokey Bear, Koopa. Oh, that's very nice, but does Smokey really need help? Oh, yes, indeed, Koopa. We're having lots of forest fires because people haven't been following Smokey's ABCs. May I have the poster, please? Oh, certainly, yes, sir. Here we go, right here. Good, there. A, always break matches in twos. B, be sure fires are off codes. C, crush all smokes dead. And D... Wait a minute, D? Yeah, Koopa. D for dragons.
Here engineers are studying exhaust condensates that indicate the effects of tetraethyl lead. Engineers study these things in the laboratory. They study them out of the road, too, in passenger cars, in trucks, through tests under various kinds of rigid control situations. The instruments in this test car indicate and graphically record information on such factors as horsepower, fuel consumption, speed, spark setting.
That's the way mechanical engineers, working with chemists, arrive at conclusions which result in better and better engine performances.
The party was held in someone's apartment. I was introduced to Moose, and he seemed like a great guy. Everyone was laughing and having a good time. Some big fella came over and started to talk to me. He offered me a cigarette. It seemed like a regular pack. I took a few puffs, and things began to get fuzzy and move in slow motion. The big guy and everyone else was laughing at me.
Are you able to brush your own teeth? Not everyone can. Not a man whose arms have been crippled by polio. There are thousands of disabled polio survivors who must depend on someone else to help them perform the simplest, most personal acts. With your help, many polio victims can learn how to be independent.
Like so many people these days, we live in the suburbs, and Dave needs the car every day for business. When he was gone, I was practically a prisoner in my own home. I couldn't get out to see my friends, couldn't take part in PTA activities. I couldn't even shop when I wanted to. I had to wait till Thursday night after Dave brought the car home. But that's all changed now. 3 weeks ago, we bought another Ford.
Don't monopolize the conversation and go on without stopping. Nothing destroys the charm of a meal more quickly.
Look at your hair. Look at that blouse. And the way that skirt hangs. And those socks. You don't seem to be exactly the type to make this guy behave like a human being. Let's start all over again. Oh, brother is right. Look at that hair, that skin, that mouth. And now look at that blouse. And now look at the skirt. And the socks. Thanks a lot for helping us prove a point. This is the time to give your skin a good, invigorating workout. If there is no visible dirt to wash off, there are body odors to be eliminated by cleansing your skin of dried sweat, skin scales, and dust, which accumulate constantly. And it goes without saying that only clean lingerie should go next to that clean skin.
Daughter has changed from school clothes to something more festive. Dressing a little makes her feel and consequently look more charming. Mother, too, changes from her daytime clothes. The women of this family seem to feel that they owe it to the men of the family to look relaxed, rested, and attractive at dinner time.
And Alice is devoting some of her leisure to learning to sew. That's something she'll be glad she did when she's older. And right now, she gets a big kick out of it.
Notice how Mother seems to become angry herself because of Jeff's anger. Perhaps she shouldn't, but anger is a violent emotion, and we often see an induction of behavior or spread of emotion to other persons.
We wouldn't be women if we weren't An extra pound here or there can sometimes cause great concern and mental anguish. Many of us now in industry formerly did work that required less physical energy. A piece of toast, weak tea, and a lot of conversation used to be our excuse for lunch. But increased activity at our jobs now needs increased energy to do these jobs efficiently. We can get this extra energy by getting the eat right habit.
He did it again. Caused trouble. Hurt someone's feelings. Yet he didn't want to do it. Yes, troublesome people are often people in trouble. They may be mentally ill. Find out how you can help. Write Better Mental Health, Box 3000, New York 1, New York.
Attention citizens of the United States of America. Attention citizens of the United States of America. This is a public service announcement. The United States government would like to remind you that everything is going to be okay. You will be happy. You will find true love. You will have hobbies that you are passionate about. You will find a career that you enjoy. You will be paid plenty, enough to survive. Pursuing said career, you will be loved while you are alive, and you will be missed when you are dead. Everything is going to be just fine. Do not question our authority to make these claims. Those found questioning our authority will be shot. Those found disobeying the above-mentioned rules of life in our society will be shot. Now just sit back, relax, and enjoy the gift of life. Everything is going to be just fine. Everything is going to be just fine. Everything is going to be just fine. Everything is going to be just fine.
Ich habe nicht.